Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast. With me, Matt. My favorite 2v2 for you all here on something Alliance. Alliance of Defiance, I think this is called. It's on the Western Front. Let's go through the players. Representing the Allies today, we have Silver Destroyer as the Commonwealth without a commander choice. And B4 Eagle as Rifle Company straight out the gate for the United States of America. Representing the Germans today, we have Mist Moon as the Wehrmacht without a commander choice. And Lenin, you are hand as the Mthis without a commander choice. Need to see how long this lasts. Looks like the Americans are already pushing up very far here with the rear echelon against Storm Pioneers, which is generally not going to work out well for the rear echelon, but they got a kill there, which is a big deal. Then the Sturmgewehr gets a few good shots, as you can see. Not killing a model. Oh, there one goes. Double Storm Pioneer here. We have lots of American infantry coming out here. The 29th, the blue and gray, the unique regiment available to you if you're playing as US Rifle. Much cheaper quality infantry though, so they can die pretty fast. You know, the British are engaged down here. We already have a command choice actually. It is Royal Tank Regiment with hammer specialization. Ooh, fascinating. Some rifle sections coming up here to try and support the sappers. Not a lot of cover here, but cover to cover fight, and the British should win at long range, but with lacking one extra man in their models, it's hard to tell who's going to win those engagements. Now the Lee Enfield is, however, a pretty good bolt action rifle with 5 extra bullets in it, so you never know. Because the Americans are going to try and overrun the point here. They're sending lots of 29th infantry on the field. The Germans do have a storm grenadier coming up behind us, and that's going to be a lot of American riflemen. They're easier to hit though because of the low quality, but that's a lot of bullets coming for those Storm Pioneers. Oh my god, that was actually pretty damn good there from B4 Eagle. Just overrunning the Storm Pioneers with sheer amount of blue and gray. And those Storm Pioneers should probably not run into that, because now the Americans are just going to try to overrun them. Ooh, yeah, that's not looking good for the Storm Pioneers. They do have the Storm Grenadiers on the flank and they've gone for SS Panzer, I can see by the symbol. Ooh, and that's the Storm Pioneers all dead. Very good assault there from B4 Eagle. Storm Grenadiers need to fall further back. The closer the Americans come, the better they're gonna be. Yeah, they're falling back immediately, realizing what's gonna happen. Ooh, that's a lot of bullets. You know, the Wehrmacht seems like they're securing the southern industrial area, as the British are having a hard time managing all the manpower of the Wehrmacht at the moment. We'll see if that changes, but the Americans have certainly overpowered the northern flank at the moment, sending lots of infantry their way. Germans don't have the cutoff point though, so they need to get that quick. Looks like the Germans have gone for Infanterie Regiment or Division here for the Wehrmacht. Nice and dangerous. Hitler Youth come onto the field here, a cheaper unit variety available to you if you're playing as the SS Panzer. Let's see if they can do anything against all these blue and grey on the field. Need to stay back behind cover. Blue and grey are easier to hit though because they're low quality, so always remember that. We also got a squad of the big red one here, the basic American rifleman. Gonna also carry out reaching the front line here for the British. The Germans do have one field point at least, and Germans are securing their cutoff point for the munitions again. Storm Grenadiers pushing up. But they do not have the best cover here, because cover is directional. And they're only 3 men now. Yeah, that's not enough to fight there, so they have to pull back again. Because the Wehrmacht is also sending some Volks Grenadiers to supplement. There's just so many Americans here. Storm Pioneer reached the front line to replace the lost ones. Well, the Wehrmacht is keeping some Grenadiers and Overwatch down here. Setting up more infantry. Looks like there's going to be an MT-42 as well. The Germans are getting all the equipment they need for now. Americans are just keeping a lot of their infantry in the field here. Actual riflemen here in the center. Well, near the center. By the destroyed cars. Hitler, you're falling back, but the Wehrmacht is now pulling into the center here, the center trench. Ooh, the British don't want to be that close. Yeah, that's a lot of shots on them. And now the Germans are taking control of the center points, which could give them a little bit more resource float to work with. Or resource income. Ooh, clearing out some of the blockers as well. Ooh. Really thinking ahead. Let's see how well that turns out for them. So the Germans decide to fall back instead, though. But we do have the MT-42 arriving here. Looks like it's gonna supplement the Waffen assist for now. Potentially, but that's hard to say. Oh yeah, they're just gonna show us they try to come up close here because there's so many American rifles. Even if they're low quality, the sheer amount of bullets is just too much. MP-40Is handed out here to the Storm Pioneers. MT-42 trying to set up here.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Storm Pioneer is definitely dead here. Yep, did not survive that. Americans trying to push for the MT-42, but the MT-42 rolls into them. 49 seconds, as you can see.
Ready for deployment.
That's a lot of American dead squads in a very short amount of time. Like, the MG42 is a very potent machine gun. Especially if you have no cover. Universal Carrier got hit by a rifle grenade there, I think. But the British have managed to push the Germans out of it. At least for now, but now the German Wehrmacht is ready to move in again. MG42 is probably going to relocate. Because that machine gun has done a lot of work already. We're just going to try and repair the Universal Carrier. But there's lots of German infantry nearby. Trying to take shots at the Sabres. And they took it out there with the Panzerbüchse. Well, now the German Grenadiers are doing a pretty good job here. And the British are taking heavy losses. Ooh, not an engagement the British really want, I feel. Americans maintaining their blue and grey up here. We have a Stuart already. Truck coming up behind it with some riflemen inside, apparently. And a crowd mower. So the Americans getting a lot of varied equipment. They're going to keep on pushing forwards, I think. Those are canister shots being loaded inside the Stuarts. It's being used as a giant shotgun, basically. Hitler Youth don't have any good anti-tank equipment, so they have to pull back. And the Storm Pioneers have no anti-tank equipment either. And the Panzer Jägers here do, but they only have a Panzerbüchse at the moment. They are getting a Panzerschreck though. Oh, Grenadiers in ambush here. Got a Panzerfaust, and that's a dead Stuart. Very good job there with the Grenadiers. Just keeping them in ambush there and holding them to not fire. Very good play. Now they can focus on the American and British forces with their rifles. And they're relocating quickly to the grenades. Good German play down here from Miss Moon, but that's a grenade. Oh, good Mills bomb. And with that, the Germans have to pull back. And more German infantry is arriving. We also have a Vickers machine gun sitting up here for the British. Panzerbüchse is dead here. They didn't want to go for the Panzerschreck after the Stuart got killed. But the Panzerjägers here have the Panzerschreck. Probably because the Wehrmacht one arrives with it. Ooh, and that's the crowd mower from the United States. Looks like both sides are kind of supplementing each other whenever they can. But the Americans do control the northern flank there.
We're losing a capture point.
Waffen-SS units moving into the center. Ooh, got a shot there on a main gun on the truck, but there's no main gun on the truck. Ooh, the Panzerjägers don't want to be close here. The Sabres nearby.
Infantry section of Tommies has been trained.
They pull back immediately after that. Here comes the crowd mower. And with that, the Germans probably have to consider pulling back. You don't want to face a crowd mower with no anti-vehicle support. Crowd mower is very potent after all, as you can see, ripping people apart. And the Americans continue to sweep on the north here, not facing a lot of resistance. The one arriving here going to be coming to 2 shortly. Triple more blue and grey for the United States. They're going very heavy on the low quality infantry. MG42 sitting up inside this little smokestack shed. Huh. Very awkward little building. Ooh, are they going to throw an Instagrate? Yep. Oh, go on, killing off the crew of machine guns inside the shed. Very good job there from the Sabres. Well, I think the squad might die here shortly. Crowd more remaining in the center here to keep an eye on it. There's the one doing a specialist machine gun. That'll become a 2-2 shortly. There it is. But now it's gonna be able to. Now it's gonna be hitting the Rex here. Oh, anti-tank rifle hits the 222. I think staying with the 221 might have been the better call in that situation, personally. Because the 222 shots can be hit by, you know, blockers here. Ooh, the Germans losing a lot of infantry in this action. Especially with that 30 caliber ripping into them. Ooh, instantly killed their own squad.
The squad's gone.
More American riflemen arriving here by truck. The universal carrier as well. Americans bring a lot of equipment. Boys, AT rifle on the zappers. Take now the 222. Here comes the universal carrier with more sappers. Really disembarking. And with the crowd more in the center is taking issues with the Panzerjägers here. We're slowly pinging at it with their Panzerbüchse. There it goes. The Germans still have not been able to really secure the northern flank again. The Germans are working on a big back foot here, and here comes an American infantry push. Blue and Grey pushing forwards. Several grenades being thrown. Doing a lot of work here in the German forces. I'm surprised that the cheap blue and grey, when used on mass, can actually do a lot of work sometimes. We also got an Untersturmführer to support. More MP40s being handed out. Now the actual American riflemen opening fire. They are a lot more accurate than the blue and grey. You can see just mowing into the Hitler Youth.
We lost an infantry unit. They got wiped out.
221 on the field again here. Almost immediately becoming a 222 as well. You really never like to go to for the 222s. Biggest K machine gun that's going up here for the British in the southern flank and in this old industrial area. The blue and grey keep an eye on the north, but they're actually moving away, which could give the Storm Pioneers the opening they need. They're not doing it at the moment though. But they do have a full MP40 loadout. Ooh. One guy with a Kar 98 remains.
Combat unit ready.
That's a lot of submachine guns in one squad. Versus his Panzergrenadiers coming onto the field as well. Grenadiers moving forwards here. Need to take out the crew of that biggest K emplacement. Standing guns being handed out here to the rifle section. Giving them some automatic firepower. Good rocket hits the thing, but it's not enough. There's also a pack for support. There we go, Gunner killed, but the Gunner can be remanned again. Now the 222s here, taking effective shots at it. And before the armed Storm Pioneers trying to push up. Artillery being called in as well. Americans flanking up here with blue and grey. Sturmgewehr being handed out here to these versus the Panzergrenadiers. But I think there's just too many Americans there. And there's like no cover on the approach. Wrong grenades over the bush instead. The pillbox up here keeping an eye on the area. Doing a lot of work, allowing the Pioneers to get close, but there's still some British rifle sections nearby. Zappers killed, and this might be a dead blue and grey squad.
Brim guns and Peard launchers can now be used by many units.
Ooh yeah, both down there. And there's nothing to really stop the 222. It's even got an upgrade with a Radpanzer now, which so it's a lot more survivable. A lot more survivable. Interesting match so far. Scope Sturmgewehrs being handed out to the Panzergrenadiers as well. That's a pretty common thing we see. People going for the Sturmgewehrs over anything else, really. I personally think the quadruple MP40s is pretty cool, but I guess people like assault rifles. Centaur coming onto the field for the British shortly. With piston double AK guns.
Krauts are taking one
Americans also taking up. They need to get some more equipment out. We also have an American sniper. I believe only US Airborne and US... I guess it's only US Rifle and US Airborne that gets access to a sniper. I'm actually not sure if Airborne actually gets the sniper. But I know US Rifle gets the sniper. Germans are now fortifying and getting a lot more work done. You meaning being late, very good to see. Also threatening the munitions point. Again, very good. Biggest cake can hit them, those they have to pull back. And they also see it as an ack-ack. You have the Pack 38 to support from the Waffen here. And they also have a Panzerjäger team nearby, already being able to hold fire. Waiting in an ambush position the best they can. You always have to be cautious with anti-tank teams. Setting them up in ambush positions is actually how they're supposed to be used, rather than just running out in the open. See if this works out. Oh, Shuminen goes off. Kills one man. The Shuminen is fairly cheap. One there. Don't think I see any others. The Panzerjägers have been spotted. Boys hit survivor, got a good shot there. That's who our grenade was. They hit the silo. Pack 38 hits the ack-ack. Panzerjägers are trying to get on the flank. I don't think the ack-ack can turn in time. They get inside the building. And they get it. Very nice job there from the German players. On the northern flank, the Americans are still holding it down. We're bringing more and more men onto the field. Double A2 Germans coming out as well. They're going to be able to overwhelm the northern flank here unless the Germans put some more fortifications there. I'll put some more manpower there to the use, I suppose. However you want to look at it. Water running here for the Wehrmacht now. Artillery going in the Panzer Grenadiers. Might be a little overkill, but I guess suppose it could be worth it. Forcing them back. The Americans are trying to push in afterwards, so that might actually be worth it. American Lieutenant is getting the Understormführer. They're gonna win here, I think, due to the heavy cover, but the 222 is providing cover fire. And there's just too much firepower going on them. They almost got the Untersturmführer though. Oh yeah, and the Sturmpanzers can suppress because they have the MP40I. Which is an MP40 with essentially dual magazines. For double the firepower. And now we have Sherman showing up. That's when just moving in because the Americans were suppressed. But this is going to be difficult for the Germans to handle, I think. Except they do have Panzers ready. Let's see if this Panzerjäger can do it. Oh, he does hit. And that's going to force the German back for a while. British troops are getting close. MD42 with 100 rounds being upgraded here in the Grenadiers. A pretty damn good upgrade if you're playing as Infanterie Division. Probably arguably the best upgrade you can give to a Grenadier, I think. It's like the normal MD42, but for 10 munitions more, it has 50 more rounds. It's a very big deal, I think. Oh, it's just a better upgrade than the 50 round version you can get from, what's this one? Like, never get that if you're playing as Infanterie Division, I feel. Because you can just, for 10 munitions more for each squad, get the much better version. Having 50 more bullets in that machine gun can really pay off. The Americans are moving forward again with some more motorized infantry. I think we've seen them out much motorized. It's good to see. I guess that means people are using their faction abilities. Because I'm pretty sure it's a call-in if you're playing as Rifle. Of course, I could be wrong. Grenade going out. Truck got destroyed though. That 222 is trying to threaten again. If these Grenadiers can get in a good position. Then we have not much cover here, but the MG42 is doing its work. think that's... Yeah, about 5 bursts before they have to reload. That's pretty good. Wow, yeah, look at that, already reloaded. But that's a lot of British rifles coming in on them. And that grenade also did do a lot of work. Did he get away?
The enemy is taking our
Looks like it
territory.
does. Two's doing a lot of work here. It took a big shot though. The Sherman was also forced back by the looks of it, probably by the pack. Good to see that both players are trying to support each other here. On both sides too. Bringing that in their arms of the Grenadiers here, doing a pretty decent job with it. That's the Folks Grenadiers actually. Ooh, and that Folks Grenadiers down.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
And he's being healed up. You're gonna see a Command Panzer 4GA coming out. And before the 2 here for the Panzer Division.
Ready to execute. Heavy machine gun.
Because who's on the field here provided the Germans some heavy artillery. Rocket-based artillery, to be specific. Been repaired. We do have an American repair station here.
Send your orders.
That's a lot of Shermans already. Is he Thunder Run? Thunder Run is probably quite a bit off, in all honesty. Need to get the Major out first. Oh, Minesweepers on both to the echelon. I can sniper keep it an eye in the area here. Up here, not much action.
Welcome to the Death Factory, boys. Stick with me and you might just make it. Pay attention.
Warriors have suffered a lot of losses here, I feel. Not been the best forward match for them.
We are ready for action.
You need something?
Trying to push up here with the Panzer Grenadiers and the Stone Pioneers. So the Germans have sent a demo charge here, I feel. Oh yeah, but the Americans can probably see it due to the what's it called? Minesweepers. The Germans are trying to push one that they tracked on the way. Germans pushing forward here, loading high explosive. Hitting the cover of the Stone Pioneers. Another hitting the Panzer Grenadiers. Okay, pull back too, yep. Then the charge goes off.
Supply half-track is in action.
Behind the American vehicles, their infantry support. Doesn't get as much to begin with at the moment. And Sporty has to work very hard against these Shermans. Axel's doing their best. One is immobilized up here. And he's pushing forwards with a Panzer First. And out. And Sporty command tank moving up. They're penetrated though. He's pushing up here with a Panzer First. Take out the wounded Sherman. One Sherman remains. A pack got a penetration. Let's see how long that'll last. I'm gonna be excited to see what people can do for Comedy Heroes Free with the modding there. Because the things I've seen in Comedy Heroes Free, like for vanilla, it looks pretty good. So, who knows what'll happen. I'm excited to play it when it comes out here in February, I believe. Maybe I'll maintain Spearhead casts as long as I get the replays, I suppose. And I want to do Comedy Heroes Free stuff when it's out. If it's good. I have a feeling it might be good. Like the beta I played and alpha, not a beta, alpha I played seemed pretty good to me, so has potential. Obviously, I would probably prefer it modded, but that's just a personal opinion. Looks like we have some Desert Rats being prepared. The 11th Hussars, I believe. Hansman is pushing up here with their Sturmgewehr. Hansman coming up behind. It's American Sniper doing his best here. But he has to pull back. Sherman's not gonna last long if that command tank gets him. Sherman pulls back. Oh, the repair station got destroyed. Probably by the stupid Fuss, considering the craters around here. Pillar mine being laid here by the Stone Pioneers. Good choice. Triple Riflemen coming out now. We're also trying to set up some fuel caches to increase their fuel income. Sherman pushing up here. Got a good shot in the Panzer 4J command tank. Didn't penetrate the second one. Ooh, both sides are being very cheeky here.
Send orders. Chaos lane fire.
We got a rifle squad waiting for orders.
The British are forming up somewhat, but they are lacking in vehicles. 11 hussars on the field being equipped with some Tommy guns. The Prince's own. I believe these are the Desert Rats. I'm thinking only that because of their icon. But I'm not sure because it doesn't say the Desert Rats down here. But I have a feeling it's the Desert Rats, simply because of that icon. Might also just be these guys for some environment. Hard to say with that little animal there. And NG42 is certainly pinning them down. Regardless of who they are. Who's opening fire? Oh, look, I hit very close there. That was pretty wide across the front line, doing a lot of stunning. That allows the Germans to push up. And now some of the Americans have recuperated. So the two can slowly pick them off. German pushing up though. British sappers moving up to support the Americans. Ooh, Sherman got a big hit in there. And the Sherman's gone. Ammo cooked off.
A medium tank was just lost.
I feel like the Germans are in the ascendancy at the moment. The MD-42 is doing a lot of work alongside the 222. But then, of course, the Panzer command tank up here is doing a lot of work as well. I feel the Germans might be able to win this one. Allies had a pretty good start though with overrunning the northern flank.
Rifle squad ready for action.
Both trucks are just sitting here back there not doing much.
Got a rifle squad waiting for orders.
A fresh officer has
Brits are getting a comet though, so some heavier armor is coming onto the field. No armor coming out here for the Panzer Division. Stu 42 coming out here for the Infanterie. So Howards are mounted on a Stuk chassis, basically. And this 222 is doing a lot of work still, I feel. That's eventually free 222. No wonder it's doing such a good job. Becoming a lot more accurate with its autocannon. But it got hit by a boy's AT rifle there, so it has to pull back. And so just keep an eye on the Sentinel with the Sturmgewehr. While the Americans are preparing to move here. Panzer J has been got a good eye on it. You can see the Panzer Grenadiers can supplement it enough. It is a lot of American infantry. MT-42 quickly trying to rush up there. It might be a bad time to rush. You might be able to sit up though. Oh, those blue we're gonna try and throw a grenade, but they get mowed down. Oh, and the MD-42 is just dominating the front line now. Such a potent weapon. 242 now. Opening fire with its high explosive shells. As the Grenadiers slowly advance. I feel that the Germans definitely have the support they need to keep pushing. But here's the Comet. The Comet is fairly dangerous.
Heavy ammo ready to go.
Oh no, it's focusing on infantry though.
Fire from enemy tank.
Needs to focus on that Stu, I feel. Ah, but Stu's out of range. It's also focusing on using its gun on infantry, which you generally don't want to do. You just want the machine guns to handle the infantry. The shells are much better used against vehicles, I feel. Yeah, suddenly the Allies on the back foot with barely any units. Germans have turned this around pretty fast. A good play there from the Germans. They even have a Tiger tank coming onto the field shortly.
Where do you want us?
Oh, that's one Pioneer squad dead though. That was a lot of shots on it. But the Grenadiers do have good equipment here. At least one squad does. Americans have some officers now, but I'm not sure it's gonna be enough. Who knows? It might be. I've been proved wrong before. Oh, Captain's gonna try and call in artillery strikes. But out in the open against the MT-42, I don't think that's a good idea. It's just mowing down the American infantry so quickly. Looks like he does get the artillery off. But the MT-42 pulls back. What is that gonna do? Ooh, Comet got hit there by a rocket. It's gonna be immobilized. That's not good. There it goes. The machine gun in the front is still doing its job. But Germans can just work their way around. Then they're just staying there being suppressed. The two moving up to try and get the kill, I think. At least provide a distraction. This 2-2's done a lot of work. Tiger tank hasn't reached the front line though. I think this might be the end of the Allies. At least in this battle. That's quickly trying to see if they can repair. Panzer's flanking up here too. And Comet down. Americans are bringing away into tank teams. I don't think it will do enough, especially not when they don't penetrate the side skirts. Now the Tiger reveals itself there with a shot on the universal carrier. Oh, that mortar hit the German squad, I think, and killed them. Ah, yikes! That was some friendly kills. Some demo charge going on. And well, they can now attack the Allied base. And at this point, one of the Allied players dropped. Let's skip forward here. Self-destroy drop. Now it's just up to be for Eagle, but I think at this point it's kind of over, so we're just really skipping past until it's over. Back is pushing over here infantry. This first going in. Like at this point, you really can just surrender. It's kinda a lost cause here, and here he surrenders. A decent short match. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'll see you all next time, everyone. Bye bye.